Welcome to the fourth lecture of Information Security Fundamentals. Now, since from the previous three lectures, um, we have already gone through the need for information security, what information security is, then the basic principles of information security, and also the components of information system. Here we will discuss the key information security concepts. So let's get started. So we will basically discuss some basic terms which we come across in information security most often. Starting with vulnerability. So what is vulnerability actually? Well, a fault in a system or process or security mechanism which opens a chance for an attacker to perform damage can be considered as vulnerability. For example, a glitch in the software package, weak network ports, house with limited security, etc. Most of the vulnerabilities are detected, but many of them are undetected or newly emerged because of a large growing IT field every day. Next, we look at exploitation. So any technique or method used to compromise a security system can be considered as an exploit. And the action is known as exploitation. Well, an exploit may be a systematic process of security violation followed by an attacker, which focuses on the vulnerability in existing software or networking components or process related aspects to damage the security system or compromise the system. Third is threat, a section of objects which presents a danger to an asset or resources or information is called threat. Threats may be intentional or unintentional and create a heavy damage to the organization. For example, hackers intentionally threaten the unprotected security of information systems, whereas heavy storms accidentally threaten buildings and their contents. Then we come to resource. So what is actually a resource? A resource is nothing but an organizational asset, and the asset can be logical or physical, which needs protection. Okay. For example, website information or data are examples of logical assets. A person, computer system, or other tangible objects are physical assets. Then we have attack. So basically, attack is an act that can cause damage or compromise to physical or logical resources of an organization. Attacks can be intentional or unintentional, active or passive, direct or indirect. Casually reading the sensitive data from the system without any damage can be considered as a passive attack, whereas doing harm or damage to the data can be treated as an active attack. If a hacker tries to break information system, then it is an intentional attack, whereas damage due to the natural disaster can be considered as an unintentional attack. The hacker uses his or her personal computer for the attack is a direct attack, whereas the attack by other means is an indirect attack. Lastly, we discuss risk. So risk is the probability of damage or compromise that happens to the system which is an unwanted to the organization. Organizations always tries to minimize risk. Every organization tries to calculate the risk which is which it can tolerate with the existing countermeasure it has planned. Now, in addition to the mentioned terms here, there are also some very important terms which you will come across must very often, which I did not add here, but I thought of verbally mentioning them those while conducting the lecture. So I'll just point out a few. You may come across the word access. So basically, access is an inability of a person or an object to manipulate, modify, or affect some other subject or object of the system. Authorized users are legal objects to access a system, but hackers act as an illegal object to access a system. Access to a system can be regulated by using access controls. Then again, we have another word such as damage. Well, damage is a harm or loss which is caused to the security system by stealing or damaging or modifying the existing resources from the system. The magnitude of damage happened to the system will be a clear measure for loss occurred to the organization. Then we have a policy, which is nothing but a set of some high level rules which gives us the do's and don'ts of an organization. Also, we have control, safeguard, or countermeasures. So, well, counterattack performed over an attack can be considered as a countermeasure. This countermeasure can be a policy or security mechanism which will reduce risk and improves the security of an organization. Then we also have threat agent. It is one kind of a, you say, you know, it's a specific instance or a person or incident which causes the threat. Okay, for example, an individual hacker was considered, then he or she can be considered as a threat agent. Okay, similarly, all natural calamities which disturb and cause damage to information can also be considered as a threat agent. And then lastly, I would like to mention one more important, very important actually, concept, which is called the cryptography. So, well, it is an art of hiding the original message from the intruders with some mathematical or scientific methods. So, in addition to all the concepts mentioned here in the document, I have also, tried to speak on a few more concepts which are very important from this subject point of view. So, I hope you understood this lecture and paid attention to it while I was delivering. So thanks for watching.